Today we are going to start with the part 2 of the chapter, that is transportation in animals and plants. So before proceeding with the chapter, I just want to have a quick recap with you. What we have all learned in part 1. Let us see. So the chapter started with the meaning of transportation, where I have told you that there are various sources of water and how come that water from those sources reaches to your home. Yes, I told you that there are different numerous amount of pipes that help in traveling and transporting the water from the source of water to your homes. Likewise, in our human body, there are different transportation systems, and I have told you about different transportation systems in our human body. So, I have told you about different transportation system in our body. First, we have talked about the respiratory system that I have already told you in the previous classes about the lungs, the nose, how come the cells releases the energy the energy which is stored in the form of nutrition, ATP, and that food that the digestion system I have told you. And then this was all followed by the circulatory system, where I have told you about that the blood, the heart, and the blood vessels. And the blood, which is of different types, that is the red blood cells, the WBCs, the WBCs, the platelets, the plasma. I have told you all about this. The sections which was not being taught to you was about the heart and the blood vessels. Also, in the previous chapter, I have also told you about the functions of blood. That blood is a food vehicle that transport the various amount of nutrients and oxygen throughout your body. Okay, and also release out the waste such as CO2 and urea from the body. Okay, I have told you all this. Now, so we all know that water has different sources, right? Where we get the water. From where do we get the water? So the different sources of water can be ocean, lakes, rivers, streams, etc. And how come these sources of water, the water from these sources comes to your house? I have told you that the water comes from the different pipes that are attached to your homes. Some are big, broad, and some are narrow, right? Likewise, have you ever wondered what is the source of blood in our body, in our human body? Where does this blood is coming from? Have you ever wondered? So, what is the answer for this? So, the answer is the bone marrow. What is bone marrow? Students, today I will tell you about the bone marrow. Dear students, the bone marrow, the vital, important part of our body. It is nothing but the cavity which is present inside the bone. The cavity. What is this cavity? Cavity means the space, the blank space. Okay, this is known as cavity. So the cavity inside this cavity, all types of blood cells forms. We have learned about the blood cells, different blood cells, the RBCs, the WBCs, the platelets, all are formed inside this cavity which is present inside the bone. Since this cavity is present inside the bone, that is why the term is known as bone marrow. Okay, the primary source of blood cells is the bone marrow, where blood cells are produced. All right, this includes the RBCs, WBCs, and the part of immune system, and the platelets which helps in the blood clotting. Okay, so always remember the source of blood in our body is bone marrow. Now the question occurs, then how come the circulation of blood takes place? That means the transportation of blood from the bone marrow takes place. Let us see. All right, as you can see on the screen, I'm going to play this video. Please focus on the vital part of our body. You must name it as a heart. The heart, which is a magical component, magical organ which is present inside the body. What does the heart do? We all know that heart pumps the blood, right? Let us see how. We can see in this video how the heart is pumping the blood. I hope you all can see the relaxation and contraction of the blood of the heart. This movement, this rhythmic movement of the heart is known as pumping of blood. The heart is pumping the blood, right? And the heart is referred to as, the main function of heart is to pump the blood throughout our body. That means it helps in circulating the blood throughout the body, and that is known as blood circulation. But what is heart? Let us know. So the heart is a remarkable organ, the magical organ, and a vital component of the human body, which is essential for sustaining our life. That means we are surviving because of this magical organ. From the starting of our birth, the heart start pumping the blood, right? And when it only stops when we die. It is always in function 24/7. It is always pumping the blood throughout the body, and that is why we are surviving in our lives. This is located, the heart is located slightly left of the center of the chest. All right. The heart is roughly the size of a fist. Fist means mutti, this mutti. It's a kind, we can assume the size of a heart according to the fist, according to the size of our fit. Okay, fist. And it is responsible for pumping the oxygen-rich blood throughout the body via complex network of arteries and veins. Okay, you can see how come the blood is circulating by the pumping of a heart in the next video. See, all the red blood cells, WBCs, platelets are transporting via pumping of a blood, that is due to the heart. Heart is pumping the blood and blood is carrying all the blood cells. Likewise, you can see on the screen. So I have told you that the blood is an organ and it is a pumping machine. But how come this organ is pumping and all organs are not pumping like this? Because this heart is made up of is a muscular organ. Okay, is a muscular organ, and it is made up of what? Of course, it is made up of muscles. But what kind of muscles? So, my dear students, the heart is made up of cardiac muscles. What kind of muscles? Cardiac muscles. So cardiovascular systems. And this heart also have a network of arteries and veins. Means I have also told you that our circulation system is comprised of the heart, the blood, and the blood vessels. So arteries and veins are the blood vessels. These are the channels through which the heart is able to transport or circulate the blood throughout our body. We will learn about these blood vessels in detail now. Okay. All right. As you can see, there are numerous amount of blood vessels has been shown to you on the screen. That is the heart, which is pumping, like contracting and relaxing, contracting and relaxing. And these are the blood vessels. The thicker one is known as arteries and the thinner one is known as the veins. Okay. So these are the blood vessels. But are these only two blood vessels which are present in our body? Let us see. Okay. So you can see the video where it has been shown the different amount of blood vessels which are present, shown to you, where all the network of blood vessels you can see on the screen, right? So let us learn something about the blood vessels. What are blood vessels? Likewise, I have told you that there are numerous amount of pipes which are connected to your home so that the water can reach from the source to your homes. Likewise, your body also have channels, also have pipes, also have a tubular structure in science language. This tubular structure is known as the blood vessels. These are the tubes or the channels that carry oxygen throughout our body. There are three types of blood vessels in our bodies. First one is veins. the thinner one, the arteries, the thicker one, and the capillaries, the thinnest one of them all. Each blood vessels differs in size and structure, and also they have a different functions also altogether. Let us see what are they. All right. So before I'm going to tell you about the different functions of these blood vessels, let us know how these blood vessels are connected to the heart and why we are learning about them, because we are learning about the heart and why we are going to learn about the blood vessels, right? So for this, we need to know what is the function of the heart. Okay. What is heart? The heart is a pump and its role is to pump the blood around the body. The right side pumps the deoxygenated blood to the lungs and left side pumps the oxygenated blood to the body. So this one is your right side of the blood of the heart and this one is your left side of the heart. The heart contains valves to present the backflow of blood. So you can see here, these are the valves, which which resists the backflow of the blood. Okay, and also ensures that oxygenated blood and deoxygenated blood do not mix together. But what is oxygenated blood and deoxygenated blood, and why I'm referring this whole heart structure left and right? Let us see. I'm going to ease your learning by explaining the structure of heart. Okay, and how come these tubular structures, the blood vessels, are connected to the heart? It is very clumsy process, but I'm going to make it simpler for you all. You just need to focus and please be with me. Okay. All right, dear students. So first of all, this whole structure is about the heart, okay? And we are going to learn about the structure of heart by knowing this properly, okay? You can see these red vessels and the blue vessels, right? So here for your ease, I'm going to symbolize the arteries and veins in different colors, okay? So the red one is going to be your arteries. Okay, so in the whole chapter content I am going to tell you here, always remember that the red part is the arteries part and the blue one are the veins. Okay, and this side is your right hand side of the heart and this side is going to be your left hand side. Okay, and for our ease, we are going to learn the structure of heart in different chambers. Okay. Always remember that the human heart is four-chambered organ. Four-chambered organ. Chambered means compartment, divisions. Okay. Our whole human heart is divided into four rooms. Okay. Kind of. This is number one. This is going to be your number two. This is going to be your number three. And this is going to be your number four. Okay. And what are these? As I told you, that there are valves in our body, in our heart. Okay. Valves. Okay. Valves which is going to resist the blood flow. एक बारी ब्लड अगर नीचे गिर गया है तो ये एंश्योर कराती हैं कि ब्लड का रास्ता ऊपर की तरफ ना चला जाए. लाइकवाइज अगर ब्लड इस तरफ आ चुका है तो ये यहां से वापस दोबारा ना आए. ये वॉल्व्स रेसिस्ट कराती हैं, मतलब स्टॉप करती हैं बैक फ्लो ऑफ ब्लड, कि वापस पीछे ना जाए ब्लड. ओके, तो ये अभी थोड़ा ब्रॉड कॉन्सेप्ट आपको समझ में आ गया हार्ट का. ओके, अभी हम डिटेल में पढ़ेंगे. अभी हमने क्या क्या सीख लिया कि ब्लड, हमारे अंदर जो हार्ट है वो फोर चैम्बर्ड हार्ट है, फोर कंपार्टमेंट्स है उसकी, कार्डिक मसल से बना होता है, दैट इज व्हाई इट्स पंप ओके, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट एंड रिलैक्स। हमारे जो हमारे ईज के लिए रेड कलर हमारा आर्टरीज का है और ब्लू कलर वेन्स का है। जो इस साइड काम हो रहा है वो ऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड का काम हो रहा है। ओके, ऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड, मैंने अभी आपको बताया डीऑक्सीजनेटेड और ऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड। ऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड का मतलब होता है, क्या मतलब होता है ऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड का? इट मीन्स इट इज कैरिंग ओनली द O2 and this is carrying only CO2. Okay, CO2 is the waste thing. We don't require CO2 in our body. That is, it is known as deoxygenated blood. Oxygenated blood, which has the surplus amount of oxygen in it, and we require the oxygen in our body, right? So this was all about the little bit structure of the heart. Okay, all right. Now on your screen are the two types of blood vessels that I was talking about, right? The veins and the artery. I told you that veins are going to be blue in color and the artery is going to be red in color. Sometimes the question do comes that you have to differentiate between the vein and artery. So here is the broad differentiation between veins and artery. Okay. We all know that veins and arteries are the blood vessels which are connected to the heart. Okay. Now let's learn how come they differ. Okay. They both differ among themselves. Okay. So veins, my dear students, veins transport the blood towards the heart. Okay. Always remember the veins transport the blood towards the heart. Okay. The blood is transferred towards the heart, back to the heart is done by veins. Okay. For suppose the veins are carrying the blood to different organs of the body, but that blood is deoxygenated. Okay, deoxygenated means it is full of CO2. Okay, उसको दोबारा से हार्ट की तरफ ले जाना होगा ताकि वो लंग से मिलकर अपने आप को ऑक्सीजनेटेड कर ले। तो ये काम कौन करता है? वेन्स। वेन्स हमेशा ब्लड को ऑक्सीजन की तरफ ले जाती हैं, टुवर्ड्स द ऑक्सीजन। ओके, एंड दैट इज व्हाई इट इज थिन वॉल्ड। थिन वॉल्व क्यों होती हैं ये वेन्स? क्योंकि इसको गुजरना होता है बहुत सारे छोटे बड़े ऑर्गन्स के अंदर से। दैट इज वाई जो वेन्स होती हैं, ब्लड वेसल्स, वो पतली होती हैं इन कंपैरिजन टू आर्टरीज। और इनमें लोअर ब्लड प्रेशर होता है, यानी कि जो ब्लड इसके अंदर से गुजर रहा होता है उसका प्रेशर ज्यादा नहीं होता, लो होता है, बिकॉज दीज आर थिन वॉल्ड और ये हमेशा डिफरेंट डिफरेंट ऑर्गन से होते हुए गुजर रही हैं। तो अगर बहुत प्रेशर से ब्लड जाएगा तो पॉसिबिलिटी हो सकती है कि ऑर्गन फेलियर हो सकता है, इसलिए हमेशा ब्लड इसमें धीरे धीरे ट्रांसपोर्ट करते हैं। ओके, हमने अभी देखा था कि तरह तरह के पाइप्स होते हैं, कुछ पतले होते हैं कुछ मोटे होते हैं। तो पतली हमारे अंदर जो ब्लड वेसल है वो है वेन। ओके, जनरली आपने देखा होगा डॉक्टर्स यूज टू सर्च आउट द वेन्स टू गेट इंजेक्शन इंसर्टेड इन योर बॉडी। सो दे आर सर्चिंग फॉर द थिनेस्ट वेन so that it can go through the organ which is in harm, right? So now it was all about veins. Veins are carrying the deoxygenated blood and the blood is always from the veins carries towards the oxygen. Okay, now we'll talk about the arteries. Arteries transport the oxygenated blood. Okay, the blood is filled with oxygen and these are thicker, their walls are thick, क्योंकि ये बहुत सारा प्रेशर से जो पंप हो रहा है, हार्ट पंप करके ब्लड को फेंकता है आर्टरीज के अंदर। तो अगर आर्टरीज मजबूत नहीं होगी, मोटी नहीं होगी, तो वो ब्लड को कैरी नहीं कर पाएगी। दैट इज वाई आर्टरीज आर थिक वॉल्व। ओके, उनकी वॉल्स मोटी होती हैं ताकि प्रेशर से वो ब्लड को ट्रांसपोर्ट करा सके। ठीक है, दैट इज वाई आई हैव जॉटेड डाउन हेयर दैट arteries transport the blood away from the heart. Okay, carries oxygen rich blood, thick walled and high blood pressure. Veins are carrying the blood towards the heart की तरफ लेके जा रही हैं, ऑर्गन से हार्ट की तरफ लेके जा रही हैं, और आर्टरीज ब्लड को हार्ट से नीचे लेके आ रही हैं, अवे फ्रॉम द हार्ट। ओके, and I have depicted the veins in blue in color and arteries in red in color. Okay, so you might have a question here that, okay, ma'am, you have shown us this veins and arteries, but what are these network in this picture has been shown? So, my dear students, there is one more vessel in our body. So, these vessels are known as capillaries. These vessels are the thinnest among them all. Okay, arteries and veins are little much thicker for this. Capillaries are the thinnest blood vessels which are present in our body. But what is the function of capillaries? What are they doing in our body? So capillaries ensures that all the cells receive the nutrients and oxygen they need while removing the waste products. कैपिलरीज आर्टरीज और वेन्स को कनेक्ट करके रखती है. ये एक ऐसा चैनल है जो सेल्स के अंदर भी होता है, सेल्स को पूरा जकड़ के रखता है और आर्टरीज और वेन्स को कनेक्ट करके रखती है. इसका काम क्या है? इसका काम ये है कि सेल्स को उसका न्यूट्रिशन, गैसेस सही तरीके से मिले और इस काम में होने वाला जो वेस्ट मटेरियल है वो भी एट द सेम टाइम रिलीज हो जाए. लेट अस सी हाउ. All right, students. As you can see, these are the capillaries, right? These are the capillaries. There are different amounts of cells in between them. Okay, cells. We know there are multiple amount of cells in our body which are generating, regenerating, collapsing to release out the energy. But what does this capillaries are doing here? कैपिलरीज एक ऐसा नेटवर्क है जो सेल्स को जोड़ के रखता है, सेल्स के ऊपर से आता है और इंश्योर कराता है कि इसके अंदर, इन सेल्स के अंदर पूरा अमाउंट ऑफ न्यूट्रिशन पैदा हो, उसको ट्रांसपोर्ट हो. बट ये न्यूट्रिशन क्या करेगा? ये न्यूट्रिशन एटीपी फॉर्म करेगा. एटीपी मीन्स एनर्जी फॉर्म करेगा. और इस एनर्जी की प्रोडक्शन में जितना भी CO2 रिलीज होगा वो हमें ब्लड वेसल्स में नहीं चाहिए, राइट? हमें ये बाहर निकालना है. तो कैपिलरीज कनेक्ट करती हैं CO2 को वेन्स के साथ और इसी वजह से वेन्स बन जाता है डीऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड को कैरी करने वाला वेसल. ओके, सो दिस इज द वर्क ऑफ कैपिलरीज. ये कनेक्ट करके रखता है हमारी आर्टरीज को और वेन्स को. साथ ही साथ इंश्योर कराता है कि सेल्स के अंदर जितना भी न्यूट्रिशन है वो अच्छे से रिसीव हो जाए सेल्स को, राइट? सो इट इज द function of capillary in our body. I have shown you that arteries are little bit thicker in size, thickest wall of all, allowing to withstand the high pressure created by the heart. As I've told you that arteries are carrying the blood from the heart. जैसे ही हार्ट पंप करता है ब्लड को तो उसको एक ऐसा ट्रेवल सिस्टम चाहिए जो थिक वॉल्ड हो और arteries help in transporting that pumped blood towards the body, right? So away from the heart towards the body. Capillaries, I have told you that these are the vessels, blood vessels, which are connected with the arteries and veins, and it allows the substances such as oxygen and sugars to pass through its wall into out of the blood. And blood have the cells, right? So it ensured that cells would receive the optimum amount of nutrition within it. And vein, I have told you that these are the less muscular and stretchy than an artery. These have a thin wall in comparison to arteries, and it is carrying the blood towards the heart. Okay, they are carrying the deoxygenated bloods towards the heart, carrying from the body towards the heart, and artery from the heart towards the body. All right, I hope you are understanding the concept. All right. So I've told you, when we all talked about the blood, the heart, the blood vessels, it's all we are learning in under the subdivision system of science, transportation. One of the transportation system, major and vital transportation system of our body, that is circulation system. So there is a concept in your NCERT which is known as open circulation system and the closed circulation system. I am just going to define you now only the closed circulation system, and later on I will tell you about the open circulation system. So my dear students, the closed circulation system is nothing but the involvement of these blood vessels, the heart, the capillaries, the tubes, which we are learning, which helps in the transporting of blood, is known as closed circulation system. This slide is going to be very, very, very important for you all, because through this slide, we are going to make our learning for the structure of heart easy. Okay, so let us see how. All right, students, are you ready? All right. So, as I've told you that heart is made up of cardiovascular muscles and it is pumping 24/7, right? We are going to learn this whole structure of heart. As I've told you that we have four chamber, right? Four chamber heart, number one, number two, number three, and number four. Okay. So this column, this whole column is known as, we are going to refer it as the right hand side of the heart, and this is your left hand side of the heart. Okay. So what happened? And this, the lower region, we are going to say, refer as the pumping blood vessels. Okay. So the heart is pumping through these vessels, through these ventricles. Okay. And the upper two portion, we will refer to them as a receiver, receiving vessels. Okay. So upper two are the receiving vessels and the lower two region is the pumping vessels. Okay. So the upper two, which we are referring to as the receiving vessels, are known as atrium. Okay. Atrium we say when we are talking about in singular artery. And atria, we will refer to them as a plural artery. Okay. All right. So what happened? And these all sections are divided. Okay. Divided. Now, what happened? From where does the blood comes from? How does it circulate? We will talk about them later. But first of all, we just need to ensure that ventricles are the vessels which are pumping. Okay. The ventricle side of the heart is pumping the blood to go up. Okay. And the upper portion, the upper two chambers are receiving the blood. Okay. So here in this section, the circulation is also depicted. However, I'm going to make you learn about the circulation in detail, but just learn in a broader form. Okay. So what happened? Our body has the blood. You all know that the bone marrow is creating the blood, is producing the blood. It is a source of blood. Okay. And the bone marrow is present in our skull also, in our neck also, wherever the structure, wherever there is bone, the red blood cells are produced, right? So from the upper part and the lower part, the blood comes towards the heart. Okay. And then the blood enters to the heart. First of all, the blood enters to the right atrium. Okay. And then the blood goes on to the right ventricle. Okay. From where it is divided into left and right lungs, and from there the deoxygenated blood is converted into the oxygenated blood, and then the blood is carried towards the left atrium and then the left ventricle, and from the left ventricle it transports to the aorta, which we are going to learn later on, and from there the whole parts of body get the blood. Okay. So it's a broader vision. Okay. We are going to learn in detail form now. Okay. By seeing this picture. All right. So this is basically the structure of your heart, which is kind of, is having the size of your own fist, right? Let us see what it is comprised of. All right. So our this whole structure of heart have a superior vena cava. It have a superior vena cava. Okay, it's a kind of blood vessels which is connected towards the bone marrow of your skull, the neck, the backbone, all of the structure which is present above your abdomen. Okay, so and this is your superior vena cava, and this is your inferior vena cava. From this, I mean that this is also your inferior vena cava. But what does this vena cava is doing here? Have you ever wondered? So this vena cava is helping the heart to get the blood from different organs. Okay, the superior vena cava is taking the blood from our upper portion. Upper portion means the skull, the shoulders, the neck, and this inferior vena cava is helping to take out the blood from the lower portion of our body. That means legs, okay, abdomen, everything. Okay, so when once the blood is collected from every parts of the body, the blood enters. Okay, now the blood enters. Blood enters to the first chamber, which is right atrium. Okay, and from here it goes to, these are the walls. Okay, and these walls are opening, closing every second. Okay, it depends on the pumping of a heart. Okay, and here is, you can see here is a partition which we known as septa. Okay, because it is separating, whole heart is separated by this septa layer. Okay, now once the blood is uh, transported from right atrium, it comes in the right ventricle. Okay, and as we know this section is the pumping section. Okay, the heart is pumping through these ventricles, right? And now the blood is pumped up, and it is get collected inside the pulmonary artery. Why come its name is pulmonary artery? So my dear students, pulmon means lungs. Okay, and here is a little bit exception here which makes a vast difference. I have told you that arteries always carries the oxygenated blood within itself, and veins carries the deoxygenated blood. But here is a slight exception. Here the pulmonary artery always carries the deoxygenated blood. Okay, deoxygenated blood. And this deoxygenated blood is transported to the lungs. Okay, right and left lungs. And what does the lungs do? Obviously, they will convert the deoxygenated blood into oxygenated blood. And then this blood is then transferred to this pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein. And here there is also a little exception that here this vein is carrying the oxygenated blood within itself. Okay. Once the blood is present inside the pulmonary vein, it then transferred to the left atrium. Okay. And from there, the blood is travel towards the left ventricle. Okay. And as we know that these ventricle helps in pumping the blood. So where does the blood go? Blood goes straight towards the aorta. Okay. And here, this is the major blood vessels which helps in transporting the blood towards the whole complex parts of our body, whole parts of body. Okay. And one more thing I need to make you to make ensure that vena cava is the largest blood vessel. Okay, and the aorta which is helping in transporting the blood to whole part of the body. So this is how the circulation of blood takes place in our body. You need not to worry about the notes because I have jotted them out in the last portion of this PPT. So you are going to take screenshots or noted them all in a way that help you in learning easy. Okay. So now I'm going to jot down the points from where does the blood comes, blood goes, and from where it ends. Okay, let us see. Okay, so first, vena cava. Okay, first it is about the vena cava. As okay, so first point is vena cava, from where all parts of body जो है ब्लड लेगा वेना कावा. उसके बाद ब्लड जाएगा कहाँ बच्चों? ब्लड जाएगा हमारी राइट आर्टरियम में. ओके, फिर कहाँ जाएगा ब्लड? जब ब्लड राइट आर्टरियम में आ गया, फिर वो जाएगा राइट वेंट्रिकल में. ओके, अब यहां से जो ब्लड है वो पंप होगा, और पंप होके कहाँ जाएगा? हमारी पल्मोनरी आर्टरी में, जो कि एक्सेप्शन है. दे आर कैरिंग द डीऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड. ऑल राइट. और फिर पल्मोनरी आर्टरी से होता हुआ ब्लड हमारा जाएगा पल्मोनरी वेन में. ओके, एंड देन द ब्लड विल कैरी टू द लेफ्ट आर्टरियम, and then the left ventricle, and then straight towards the aorta. Okay, this is how the blood circulate in our body. Okay, this is very easy. Okay, if you learn, so now you can see the video as well. See how the heart is pumping. These are the pumping vessels, and above are the receiving vessels. Okay, see how the veins and arteries are transporting the blood towards the body, right? Once again, I'm going to make your learning easy with this process. Let us see what we have learned in the previous structure of heart through this easy part. Okay, and it is up to you. You are going to depict likewise, because it is very much complex उस बड़े वाले structure को बनाने के लिए. तो हम इसको इस partition में learn कर लेते हैं. और यही अगर हमारे एग्जाम्स में क्वेश्चन आता है कि make a diagram of a heart, you can make this diagram. Okay, you are not going to make that, but label it properly. Okay, you can make this 4 sections diagram. So okay, from vena cava the blood starts its journey from vena cava, right? And then it enters to the right atrium, and from that right atrium it went to the right ventricle, and then we all know that it transfers into the pulmonary artery. From there, these are the lungs. See, lungs में ट्रांसफर हो गया. अब लंग्स से हमारे पल्मोनरी वेन में आता है. पल्मोनरी वेन से हमारे फिर से जब पुश हो जाता है, हमारा वेंट्रिकल पुश करता है, पंप करता है लेफ्ट आर्ट्रियम में, एंड देन लेफ्ट आर्ट्रियम से हमारे लेफ्ट वेंट्रिकल में आता है, और लेफ्ट वेंट्रिकल में पंप होता है, एओर्टा तक पहुंचता है, और एओर्टा पूरी बॉडी में ब्लड का सर्कुलेशन कर देती है. द नोट्स यू कैन take notes from them, or you can take the screenshots. In the motive is to learn. Okay, so you jot down the notes. I have made notes as well for this. सो दिस इज द सर्कुलेशन. ब्लड की फ्लो कैसे हो रही है, कहाँ से क्या जाता है, फ्रॉम अपर बॉडी लोअर बॉडी से ब्लड आता है और कहाँ को जाता है, ये सब आप पढ़ सकते हैं. ये मैंने आपको समझा दिया है, राइट? सो दिस इज द स्ट्रक्चर्स. यू कैन जॉट इट डाउन or note it down, or even take the screenshots. And if you have any sort of doubts, please mention pulse rate and the heart rate. So my dear students, the heart rate is the number of times the heart beats per minute. And the pulse rate is the number of times the pulse is felt per minute. Okay. So generally these two concepts are not contradictory, but they are going respectively to each other. How come? Heartbeat contraction relaxation kar rahi hai, right? As it contracts and relax, it will go through the aorta or arteries, right? The heartbeat is going through aorta and arteries because these vessels are connected to the blood. Effectively, the pressure that get exerted on the walls, किसकी walls पे? सारी arteries और veins पे वो pressure पड़ेगा जब heart pump होगा. Then the pushing movement, this pulsing movement, or is equivalent to the rhythmic movement. Rhythmic movement जो कौन कर रहा है? Heart कर रहा है. That is why the heart rate and pulse rate are similar to each other, quite similar to each other. This was all about the heart rate and the pulse rate. There is a small section in the NCERT which explains you about the heart rate and pulse rate. And sometimes the differentiation also comes that differentiate between heart rate and pulse rate. You can write this answer as your solution for the question. Okay. Okay. So now, as I've told you that there is a closed blood circulatory system, there is also a concept known as open blood circulatory system. Closed blood circulatory system is present in the human beings, but the open blood circulatory system is present inside the small insects. Okay. So cockroaches, butterflies, ants, spiders, scorpions, crabs, snails have the open blood circulatory system where there is no network of blood vessels or blood. The blood is coming and it just the blood is pumped from the heart, and that blood here in insects is known as hemolymph. Okay, this is a fluid which is equivalent to the blood, and there is no channels where the blood is transporting. That blood just showers upon the organs of the insects. Okay, so where there is no channels and no transportation system, no proper circulation system, that is known as open blood circulatory system. So there is a differentiation between the circulatory system of humans and animals. I have jotted down all the important points that might help you in differentiating the circulatory system of humans and animals. You can see. So we all know that humans have the closed circulatory system and animals have the open circulatory system and sometimes closed also. हार्ट चैम्बर्स ह्यूमंस के आपको पता है 4 होते हैं और एनिमल्स में वेरी करता है. एम्फीबियंस के कभी कभार 3 होते हैं, 4 होते हैं मैमल्स के, 2 चैम्बर्स फिशेस के होते हैं. सर्कुलेशन का पाथवे कैसा रहता है? ह्यूमंस का डबल रहता है बिकॉज ऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड और डीऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड दोनों ही ट्रेवल कर रहे हैं. डबल सर्कुलेशन है. और इसमें एनिमल्स में वेरी करता है, सिंगल सर्कुलेशन भी होता है फिश में, डबल सर्कुलेशन एम्फीबियंस में. तो क्वेश्चन आपका ऐसे पूछा जा सकता है कि फिश में कौन सा है बताओ, और इनसे कॉकरोच में कौन सा सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम है, ओपन है, क्लोज है. तो आपको इन सब पॉइंट्स से आसानी होगी लर्न करने में. ब्लड फ्लो कैसा होता है ह्यूमंस में? ब्लड इज पम्प्ड थ्रू आर्टरीज, वेन्स एंड कैपिलरीज इन अ क्लोज लूप. ओके, एक क्लोज लूप में. और आपको पता है ब्लड फ्लो एनिमल्स में खुला होता है. द ब्लड जस्ट शावर्स ऑन द ऑर्गन्स. देयर इज नो सच टाइप ऑफ चैनल्स इनसाइड द एनिमल्स. ओके, बट इन सम एनिमल्स क्लोज नेटवर्क भी होता है, जैसे मैमल्स में, इंसेक्ट्स में ओपन होता है. ओके, और ब्लड टाइप कैसा होता है? ब्लड हमेशा वेसल्स के अंदर होता है, मिक्स नहीं होता क्योंकि वॉल्व्स हैं, बैक फ्लो नहीं होता. और इसमें तो कोई चैनल है ही नहीं, तो जस्ट फ्लूइड ट्रांसफर करता रहता है, फ्लो करता रहता है इन द ऑर्गन्स. एग्जाम्पल्स ऑफ एनिमल सिस्टम: ह्यूमंस, अदर मैमल्स, बर्ड्स एक्सेट्रा, एंड फिश. और इन सब में आपका एग्जाम्पल्स है. पर्पस क्या रहता है सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम का ह्यूमंस में? कि वो सब तरीके का ऑक्सीजन, न्यूट्रिएंट्स, हार्मोन्स, वेस्ट प्रोडक्ट्स थ्रू आउट द बॉडी ट्रेवल करा सकें. और सिमिलर पर्पस भी इसमें रहता है. कुछ एडेप्टेशन होती है एनिमल्स के हैबिटेट पे, डिपेंड करता है कि उसको किस तरह के ब्लड से क्या काम लेना है. राइट? So this is the purpose of the circulatory system. You can see on the screen that the scene is depicting about the waste materials. इसमें आपसे मैं पूछ रही हूँ कि हमने ये तो बता दिया कि ब्लड ने न्यूट्रिएंट्स, गैसेस कैसे ट्रांसपोर्ट करा दी, ब्लड का सर्कुलेशन हमने जान लिया, लेकिन वेस्ट मटेरियल्स का क्या क्या हुआ? उस CO2 का जो बाहर निकली थी वो कैसे ट्रांसपोर्ट होगी? सो दिस इज गोइंग टू limelight the another transportation system in our body that is working for exiting out all the waste materials from the body, that I'm going to make you learn in the next part of this chapter, that is excretory system of our body. Okay, which is followed by the transportation system in plants, and then we are going to discuss about the NCERT questions. So till then, keep on learning and keep on revising. I will meet you in the next part. Thank you.